Hello students, we are dealing with the chapter Circular Flow of Income. In today's video lesson, I am going to discuss about the circular flow of income in a simple two-sector economy. In this case, first of all you need to know real flow, what is money flow, and then we can move up to the circular flow of income. Okay, so let's start with real flow. Let me show it with the help of a diagram. Okay, this real flow. As I discussed in my previous video lesson, that in case of two sector economy we will consider only two sector, that is households and the farms. So here in case of real flow also we will consider this two sector, households and farms. Okay, so now see what happened. Households are the supplier of the factor services. Okay, whatever factor services is required for the production, okay, in the farm, that is land, labor, capital and organizer, these are the four factors of production, as you people know. So these factor services are being provided by whom? Are being provided by the household. Okay, to whom? To the farm. So that is why you can see there is a arrow from household to farm, moving from household to farm. It shows that households supplies factor services to the farms. Okay, now in return what farms are giving, actually households for their livelihood, they need some goods and services actually, and those goods and services basically comes from this farms are producing all the goods and services, all the necessary goods and services they are producing. Okay, it may be necessary, it may be luxury, whatever it is, whatever material things we required actually, or services we required, most of the time farms produces those goods and services and they are supplying it to us. So from one side, households providing factor services to farms in the form of land, labor, capital and organizer. On the other hand, farms providing some consumable goods and services in the form of goods and services to the household. Okay, so this is what known as real flow. Okay, this is a flow of all the real items. Okay, that means goods and services. So as I mentioned earlier, there is a flow of factor services from household to farm, and then corresponding flow from farm to household in the form of goods and services, okay, which they are producing. So this is known as real flow, and this whole diagram also known as physical flow, as it is mentioned here. See, physical flow, it may be, you can call it as real flow or you can call it as physical flow. Okay, both are same. Okay, so if there is a question like what is physical flow, that will be same, or real flow. Okay, so moving down to the next part, let's see what is money flow. Now let's see the another diagrammatic representation of the interdependence between this household and the farm sector, as we have mentioned in the previous video lesson also, that there is a interdependence between the two sector, that is household and the farms. Okay, so here let's see what households are giving, means in the real flow households supplying the factor services. Now here we will consider only the monetary things. Okay, so households spends consumption expenditure on farms for the goods and services they have already purchased. So for that households are paying prices or money in terms of the prices of those goods and services to the farms. So it can be known as, or you can call it as, consumption expenditure. Okay. And farms providing or paying factor payments to the household. Why? Because in the previous slide, as I have shown, that households are supplying the factor services, so in return they also need something. Okay, so for that farms are paying factor payments to the households. Clear? Farms are paying those factor payments for those factors. Okay. So this is all about the money flow. This is a flow of factor of income. Okay. Factor incomes, rather you can say, in the form of, means this one, this factor payments, it may be in the form of rent, wage and interest, or maybe in terms of profits, means for the land we can say it rent, for the labor it is wages, for the capital it is interest, and for the organizer it should be profits. Okay. So this whole factor payment comes from whom? From farm to household. And this is a payment for farm, because farm is paying this one for to the household, and for household this is income actually. Okay, because by this households are earning money. Now there is alternative flow from this side. Households with this factor income which they have earned, now with this income, now they can move up to the market and purchase their goods and services. So they can purchase it from the farm actually, and in return they are paying what? They are paying money to the farms in the form of consumption expenditure. Okay, so this whole flow, this flow from household to farm and farm to household, this whole circular flow is known as money flow. Okay, because here we have considering we have considered only the monetary flow. Okay, in the previous slide we have considered all the real flows. That is why the name of that diagram was real flow, and here we have assumed, or we have considered all the monetary flow, so its name as money flow. Okay, it, you can call it as nominal flow as well. Money flow or nominal flow, this is the another name of this money flow. Okay. Now let's see the circular flow of income, which is the main topic of this chapter actually. Okay, circular flow of income in a simple two sector economy. It is you can say sum of these two flows actually, real flow and the money flow. So as we know, in case of two sector economy we have these two sectors like households and farms. Okay. Now households are providing what at the initial stage? Factor services, that is the form of land, labor, capital and organizer to the farm. And with those factor services, with the help of those factor services, farms produces goods and services and they distribute it among the households. Okay, or they are supplying it to the households. So for purchasing, or rather for providing this factor services to the farm, household is providing this factor services to the farm. So they cannot provide it with without any price or without any money actually. So households ask for some salary or some wage or interest, or maybe means in gist you can say factor income from the farm. So for this factor services, excuse me, for this factor services which is provided by means which are provided by the households to the farm, farms provide factor payments to the household, as I mentioned in the money flow as well. Okay, so factor payments. Now with this income, this is a payment for farms, because farm is paying it to the household, and for household it is factor income actually, because this is the income of the households. Okay, so with that income, households now can purchase these goods and services. Okay, this goods and services, let me yes. So uh, here, with this factor payment, or for household it is factor income, with the help of that they are purchasing these goods and services, and they are spending money, or they are paying money to the farm actually, okay, in the form of consumption expenditure. So see, there is a circular flow of this income actually. First of all, household pays to farm, household supplies factor services to the farm, farm in return gives factor payment. With the help of those factor income or factor payment, means that money actually, household purchases goods and services from the farm. So this is a whole circular flow of income. Okay, now you can see there are certain points, important points that you need to remember. What are those points? The outer loop. Okay, let me move up to the previous slide. Let me tell you one thing. This loop, this big arrows, okay, this loops, let me mark it as red. This is called as, means here in this diagram, okay, you can write this portion at the outer side, and this portion at the inner side. It doesn't means it will be same actually, but according to this diagram I am saying, okay, what diagram I have given here, this is your outer loop, this red one, and let me use another color, this blue green one. This is your inner loop, because you can see this circle is inside, and this circle, this red one, you can see outside. Okay, so this is the outer loop, and this one is your inner loop. Okay, that thing you need to remember. And let me move up to the next slide. Okay, so the outer loop of this CFI, that is circular flow of income, in short we can call it as CFI. Okay, so the outer loop of that CFI denotes what? Denotes the real flow. If you can remember, there we have mentioned, I have given, means in the diagram it was what, the initially the factor services provided by the household to the farms, and then goods and services provided or supplied by the farm to the household. So that outer loop denotes the real flow between the two sector, whereas the inner loop of that circular flow of income denotes what? The money flow between the two sector. Okay, now in the CFI, that is circular flow of income, total income earned by the household is spent on goods and services, means and manufactured by the farm. That means there will be no saving. Okay, so the total income will be equals to total expenditure, means whatever households are earning actually, suppose households are earning 1000 crores. Okay, so if the earning is 1000 crores, the expenditure, they are spending entire money, that 1000 crores, for the goods and services. So the total income will be 1000, and total expenditure will be again 1000, both will be same. Okay, hence we can say what, that the same level of income moves from household to the farm, and again it comes back from farm to the household, because whatever going to the farm, farm is paying that money in the form of factor payments to the household. Again household is paying that, spending the entire amount for purchasing goods and services, and they are paying this money to the farm. Again farm gets that money, and again farm spending that money, or paying that money to the household as factor payments. Okay, so in this case there will be no saving. Okay, as I said, here there will be total income equals to total expenditure. That means what? There will be no saving from either side. Okay, not even the households are saving some money, or even farms are not saving any money. Okay, so here we can say whatever is your real flow is, that is your money flow as well. Okay, so real flow will be equals to money flow. So these two things you need to remember, that in case of the circular flow of income, the total income must be equals to total expenditure, and real flow must be equals to money flow. In case of two sector economy, this will be true. Okay, now let's see what are the phases. Means before going to the main definition of the circular flow of income, you need to know that what are the phases included in this circular flow of income. The first of all, we have seen that households, in the real flow part, actually what households are paying, or sorry, supplying the factor services to the farms. Okay, so for what reason they are providing it? Because farms are going to produce the goods and services, so that is the production phase. Okay, where income is generated. Okay, because employees are or workers are moving to the production unit, and they are producing something, and during that production process they are generating their income. They are not getting income, they are generating. Once they generate their income, in the next phase, that is in the income phase, the income they will get actually, or the whole income that they have generated during that production phase, that will be distributed among them. That means here households earn the factor incomes from the farm in return to their factor services. Okay, now once they get the income which they have generated, means once they got the income in the income phase which they have, means which households have generated in case of production phase. Okay, once they get it, now they will do what? They will spend that money in the expenditure phase. Why? Because they need goods and services for their livelihood. Okay, they need some goods, basic goods and services, and the at the same time luxury goods and services for their livelihood actually. So here in the phase of expenditure, they actually disposed their income. So it is also known as income disposition phase. Okay, here they disposed their income. Okay, or they spent their entire income for their livelihood, and this expenditure, means what they have, the households are spending, actually this amount is moving to whom? To the farms, and with those money farms again start paying to the uh, households actually. So there is a circular flow of income. So see, with the diagram we can say, first of all, means this is again a circular one. Okay, first of all you have seen the production phase, generation of income phase, you can say. Here income is getting generated, then once income is getting generated, then we can have income phase where income is being distributed among the households, or those who are providing those factor services, you can say. On the other means hand, you can say that also. Then expenditure phase, income phase, after income phase you'll have expenditure phase. Here they are the households are spending their money, entire income, for the goods and services, and they are paying this money to the farms. So this money again used for the production phase, again income phase, this leads to the income phase, which leads to expenditure, again this leads to production. Means this process will go on, okay, on a circular way. So that is why we can define the circular flow of income in this way, that it refers to the cycle of generation of income in the production process, and after that its distribution among the factors of production, and at the end you can say that finally its circulation of households to farms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services. I have given this definition in under three bullets, okay, as points. But whenever you will write, you just write all these 3 points in a single line, because this is a single line. This is the whole definition. I just break this definition into 3 points so that you can understand that those phases here, this is the production phase, this is the income distribution phase, and this is the income disposition phase or expenditure phase. So that is why I have written this definition in this way. But whenever you will write, you just write it in a single sentence, okay. That is, it refers to the cycle of generation of income in the production process, its distribution among the factors of production, and finally its circulation from households to farms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services. Okay. So that is all about the circular flow of income. Next day I'll discuss the next topic. For the time being, thank you students, and stay safe.